8mm is a psychological thriller that came out in the year 1999. It stars Nicolas Cage as a private investigator who gets hired by the widow of a wealthy businessman to determine whether or not a snuff film owned by her late husband is indeed authentic. The plot revolves around Cage's character's search for the girl depicted being stabbed to death in the 8mm film, as well as the men responsible for making it. He is aided throughout the course of the film by Joaquin Phoenix's Max, the owner of an adult bookstore who shows Cage the inner workings of the underground adult film industry. As Cage delves deeper into the case, the people responsible start to take an interest in him as well. You know, this movie is actually better than some people give it credit. Although it was panned when it came out and relies more on style than substance, if you can get past the first 15 minutes, that's when the plot starts to thicken. The script is by Andrew Kevin Walker, who wrote Seven prior to this, and at times, the movie does feel like a low-rent knockoff of Seven, but I mean that in a good way. While there are indeed problems both with the screenwriting and with the direction at times, the secret to enjoying this movie is to not take it seriously. It would probably make for a good midnight movie, or something to watch if you're high on the right stuff. The supporting cast is pretty decent, with Peter Stormare and James Gandolfini playing two nasty and almost memorable villains. The movie would probably be better if it were about 15 minutes shorter. It's a smidget over 2 hours long, and you do feel the length at times. It's no surprise that this film flopped at the box office, but it does work well as a straight-to-DVD B movie that manages to rise above itself in certain areas. Funnily enough, the film does have a straight-to-DVD sequel that's allegedly worse than its predecessor, but I have yet to see that movie. So while it's not anything outstanding or groundbreaking as far as story or direction is concerned, and some people might rightfully hate this film at first glance, including myself, if you can get past the first 15 minutes and not take the film seriously, you might just be surprised how enjoyable this film is. And since we're on the subject, note to self, check out the sequel to see if it's as bad as they say it is. Might be something good in it, or maybe not.